So today's day 64, and today's aim is to get to South Lake Tahoe. There's two different spots I could get off the trail, but I'll probably go the longer one, which is 10.5 miles. Just so that I've done that bit. Nice morning, nice and early. Should be there probably somewhere around about 11. And then we'll be in town probably about lunch. So perfect. Okay, so it's day 65. It's a 0 day here in South Lake Tahoe. Tend to have a good look around, just play the tourist for the day. Did most of my chores yesterday. First thing I need to do today is buy a new pair of shorts. Shorts I'm wearing, I bought into Tehachapi, so about 530 miles ago. And generally when I'm out hiking, the only thing that holds them up is the hip belt on my backpack, otherwise they just fall down. So I need a new pair of shorts. I'm fairly sure I know where to go and get them. And we'll then take the day from there. Still need to sort out my ice axe. But I've done my resupply, done my washing. I've worked out my resupply strategy for the next 600 miles. This could be very well the last 0 day for a while, maybe for those 600 miles. And yeah, could be a fun day. Might end up at the casinos for a while, down at the lake for a while. Yeah, we'll just see what happens. So we come to the end of day 65 and what might be our last full 0 day for a while. Here in South Lake Tahoe. Ultimately got everything done except getting my hair cut. Got a new pair of shorts, got rid of my ice axe. Had a good look around town, went to Nevada in terms of walking across the border, checking out a few casinos. Went down by the lake. The lake is 22 miles long and 12 miles wide. It is unbelievable how big that is. And 1,600 feet deep. It's roughly 500 meters deep. Second deepest lake in the United States. And if we get that far, we'll walk past the deepest when we get to Oregon. Resupplied. I've organised a lift back to the trail tomorrow, so I should be walking by 10. So hopefully I can get about at least 15 miles in tomorrow. And it's probably a 5-day stretch to the next town, which is Sierra City, where I shall return my bear can and lighten my load a little bit more. And hope you'll keep joining me. And so welcome to day 65. 6. I'm sure. 66, I think, on the PCT. We're back at Echo Lake. It's about 10:45, so a late start, which means obviously be a shorter day. But you're reliant on people to give you a lift, so just got to work with them. Start by walking around the lake and then back up into the hills on our way to Sierra City and see how we go from here. So that's the end of day 66, another 15 miles walked. Late start today, so I had to wait for a trail angel for a lift back to the trail. So I didn't get start walking till probably 10:45, so 15 miles was a pretty good day from there. Up over Dick's Pass, which was 9,000 feet, about a 1,500 feet climb. Passes are getting lower, but the climbs are still significant. We passed a number of lakes, and yeah, it was a good first day out of South Lake Tahoe, and on our way to the next town of Sierra City. I think there's a few ski resorts in between in terms of the trail. I think actually runs through the runs, some of the equipment, etc. So we'll see what happens. And there's also Donner Pass, which I'll need to go over in 2 days. See you tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. Day 67 on the PCT. Passed 1,100 miles yesterday. Didn't see a marker. I think it might have been buried under snow, to be honest. pretty good night's sleep. One of the best night's sleeps I've had on trail, actually. It's getting a bit warmer at night again now, so that's handy. Today's plan, just walk 20 something miles, see how we go. Nice early start, it's about just on 6 o'clock. It's weather's fine. Didn't rain yesterday, which was good. Certainly looked like it was going to be a storm for a while, but it just went around me, which was great. And yeah, sort of aiming now for sort of 100 miles every 5 days is the plan. So sort of 4 days of 20 something miles, and then obviously need to go into town occasionally and resupply. I'll be glad to be rid of my bear can, to be honest. That'll happen on Sunday. Today is Thursday. Tomorrow's July the 4th, so that'll be interesting. I will cross a major road and a parking area tomorrow, so it'll be interesting to see whether people are doing trail magic or barbecues and stuff. I imagine the trail will get busy because of 3-day weekend. People will go out hiking. We'll wait and see. Yeah, it'll just see what happens from here. Today I should walk through the back of some ski fields later in the day. Prior to that, it looks relatively simple walking, depending on the conditions of the path, of course. Yesterday, so many rocks. Everyone told me this desolation wilderness area was like the last true Sierra type area. It certainly lived up to it in terms of the path. The amount of rocks, the path was made of rocks, and the snow later in the afternoon. I said this the other day, it still hasn't happened, but there'll be a day where there's no more snow. I'm not expecting it to be today because word is there's a significant amount of snow still at Donna Pass, which I will get to tomorrow. So day 67 on the PCT. Big day, big day. This morning, not much to see. Views are pretty ordinary. Basically walking through a pine forest for 7 hours before views started to open up in the afternoon. It's good views of the lake, some valleys, and even a ski resort. Did too well today. Ended up at my campsite that I had in mind at 3:30, so I've continued on, and that's why it's such a big day, because there hasn't been a spot to camp since. Probably a mile to go to the next campsite. Should be fine there. Join me tomorrow for day 68 when we shall go over the very famous Donna Pass, where a lot of people starved to death about 180 years ago. See you then. And so ends day 68 on the trail. 17 and a half miles. Challenging miles, a lot of up, a lot of down, and unbelievably windy. I think any footy coaches out there would have described it as at least a 6-goal wind. It was so windy. At times, you're actually being pushed sideways by the wind, which is great when you're on top of a ridge. Anyway, finished the day at Donna Pass at the Donna Ski Lodge and Ski Ranch. Just in a lodge, $40 for the night. A shared room. At the moment, I'm the only one in it. In fact, I'm the only one in the whole house at the moment. There's about 5 rooms, 5 beds to a room. Right now, I'm the only one here. It's 6:20, so hopefully my luck holds. See how we go tomorrow. Looking to do about another 15 miles. So probably a later start, and yeah, take it easy. So it's day 69. I'm just leaving the Donna Ski Ranch. Had my breakfast burrito. It's about 9 o'clock. Looking for a reduced day on the trail today, maybe 15 miles, as I make my way towards Sierra City. I do know I have to pick up the pace, but I've got a parcel to pick up in Sierra City, so should be there Monday. Today's Saturday. 42 miles in total, so if I do 15 or so today, 20 or so tomorrow, nice little run in Monday morning. I can ditch my bear can and do other things as well. Short walk back to the trail, maybe 300-400 meters, and then off we'll go. So day 69 comes to an end, and it's been a big day. Didn't start till 9 o'clock, and had my breakfast burrito, as you probably saw, and still managed to crank out 20 miles. Finished by 6, 20 to 6. So we're now 21 or 22 miles from Sierra City. So I imagine with an early start, I should get there somewhere around 4 o'clock tomorrow. Sort out my beer can, my parcel, somewhere to sleep for the night. And if I can get all that sorted and buy some more supplies to get me through, then hopefully it's just a quick in and out like I did last night at the ski ranch. One night in, one night out. No 0 day, so we'll see how we go. A lot of up and down today, just smaller ups and downs, like 600-800 feet. So climbing's getting easier and easier in terms of lower elevation, and the length of the climbs are less. Still at 8,000 feet today, most of the day. So we're climbing between 7,000 and 8,000. So still most of the day higher than anywhere in Australia. Camped at 8,000 feet again tonight, so it'll be cold. But then, mostly downhill tomorrow. Sierra City's at 4,500 feet, so there'll be a big downhill at some point. And that's it for day 69. Good morning, welcome to day 70. 10 weeks I've been out here now. Today's aim, Sierra City, 22 miles away. Early start, about 5:45. So, given we did 20 miles yesterday, between 9 and 5:30, 22 miles today should be achievable. Hopefully around about 4 o'clock. So here we go. So that's it for day 70. We did over 21 miles before 2 o'clock. A lot of downhill today, lots of downhill. Started the day at 8,000 feet, ended the day at 4,500 feet. Said goodbye to my bear can, handed it back in. Almost like losing a long lost friend. I had that bear can with me for nearly 500 miles, but it's gone back. So my pack will be a little bit lighter again. Resupplied, did some washing, had a shower, staying the night here in Sierra City before we head off again tomorrow. Nice and early, 1.5 mile walk back to the trail, followed by then a 1,500 foot climb in the first 3 miles, which sounds terrible till you convert it all into metrics. It's 400 metres in 5Ks. It's not so bad. 450 metres, so less than 1 in 10. So not so bad. Still going to be hard work for the first hour and a half or so, but hopefully we can get a good day in tomorrow. 92 miles to the next stop, which is Burnie. So looking at 4.5 days. See how we go.